I find it very odd that I'm going live at 9:10. That's so wild. I didn't plan that. Oh boy. Okay. Okay. Yikes. It's only gonna get better. Just watch. Watch this space, chatters. We're gonna be doing something a little bit different tonight. We are going to unlock our conspiracy brain. Um, I'm a little bit kinder to myself. I call it my fantasy minds. Fantasy brain. Hold on. Hope everyone's been doing well. Oh, it changed all of this shit. Let me see. We are not gaming. We are chatting tonight. Let me change my tags. Hold on. Conspiracy. Let's throw politics in there. Um, okay, cool. So, oh boy, I don't even know how to start this conversation, actually. I have notes. I unlocked like a whole thing in my brain today, and we will be going over 2 pages worth of what I believe to be very interesting information. Does anyone want to guess what we're going to talk about, or rather, whom? Oh, and then on top of this, all of these notes, I remembered something. If you knew what I was gonna say, and I looked all over the house. We're lucky that I hoard things. Um, I have physical things to show and share. It's like show and tell. I hope the class is proud of me on this one. I really pulled something together that's, I think, quite special. But I think in order for it to have any real meaning and impact, we do have to take our time to get there through the note work. Um, so let's see. I apologize if anyone comes in and thinks I was going to be gaming. That is not that is not going to be on the agenda this evening. Let's see. I think first and foremost, let me see. Where do we start even? Do I start with my story? I guess I can kind of tell you how I woke up this morning, if you're interested. Um, so sometimes my little depressed self gets up in the morning and says, "No, I don't want to start the day. I don't want to live." So that was this morning, as it is most mornings. However, you're going to be so happy that I did, because when you're just laying in bed, you have a lot of time to think. Okay? A lot of time. Think about a lot of different things. So I'm laying in bed, and a couple of things like randomly come to mind. But not. At some point, I also noticed something, and I'm going to mention that part first because it's a little bit more of a derailed subject from the main course. This is going to be a little appetizer for you, but I also have evidence for this. A little tab open. I have so many tabs, you guys. There's so many tabs. Uh, so I'm in bed, and I'm laying in such a way that my pillow is like over my face. Like it looks like I'm trying to self-suffocate. Like I'm gonna take myself out. But I also have warning, trigger warning. I've tried to maybe off myself before by taking a lot of pills. So obviously I was unsuccessful. I'm such a fucking idiot. So I'm laughing about it now, but this is actually important that I share. So I'm in bed and I have this pillow over my face and I'm like, wait, due to the nature of the pills and me trying to, take myself out. And I'm like, that's not good. Like I'm telegraphing, like me myself, I'm telegraphing to myself a death threat at this point, and I'm like not in that mental way right now. So I'm just like, uh-oh. So we were already off to a really good start. So that's how the day started. Still though, keep in mind, I stay in bed for quite some time. And again, as mentioned, you start to think about some things. And the strangest, just like putting together of puzzle pieces starts to align. What was it even that I thought of? It was like such a like bizarre, like leading me into my own thought process. Like to me, like I can usually make sense of like how I like pinball like in my brain from one subject to another, but like this was like very different and I can't even recall how it happened, but I do remember the contents of Discovery. In fact, I actually need to grab another prop. Hold on. I'm holding it behind my back. My dress got all scrunched up. Okay. Now I think I might have talked about this before. But I live in like a back house situation. Because I live with my mother. But I got a back house. So that's okay. It's okay. It's okay. Um, but for the first time, like I really try to like decorate for myself, and I mean I'm still trying to put pieces together. Um, but I moved from a house I was in literally for most of my life, and even when I moved from that house, it was still within the family, so I didn't necessarily have to go through all of my belongings and decide, am I going to take it with me or not? But in this case, this last move, things changed. It was very sad how things happened. But major life events, life, it implies death. Wouldn't you know it? So this was one of the things I decided to take with me, and I really need people to understand as we begin the story time or conspiracy hour, how, one, that was a choice I made. That I even have this, what I believe to be a piece of evidence, as you'll see. But two, I got this in my childhood from a plastic surgeon who I just made contact with recently. Spoiler alert, I didn't say it in the last stream, but I'm getting my boobs done. And my nose. And yeah, your girl is gonna be a Barbie. An IRL Barbie. Or not. I have way too many tattoos. You need an alternative Barbie? Oh my god, I'm available. So, anyway, like, again, you really need to understand, like, how deep, like, I'm cooking here. Because when I say I got this in my childhood, I mean like elementary school. I'm like in my 30s. So keep that in mind, okay? As we're moving forward step by boring step. I put this little plaque, which I will show you, a little street sign, in my window. And I realized upon moving in and putting it in my window, from the outside perspective, the bottom of the sign gets cut off a little bit. So I'll show you. As opposed to it saying Hana's Place, it looks like it says Hana PI. Okay? The L gets cut off. Like this. Just like so. Exhibit A! Okay. Now this is actually really important. This is a really, really important piece of evidence. It doesn't seem that way. It's unconventional, but trust the process, okay? So I moved in this house like maybe 3 months ago, and I realized, because I watched Hassan Piker, I'm like, wait a minute. Now it almost looks like Hana Piker. I'm like, oh, what the fuck are we doing? Granted, it's missing some letters, but still, I'm just like, what is going on? Right? Let me cook. So interestingly enough, his brother just got married. So there is a new Piker in the family. It's not me. But there is, you know, a changing of names that's happened. The world dynamic has changed, hopefully for the better, I can only assume. Okay, but keeping all of this in mind. So I'm sitting, back to me being in bed, okay? We need context. I'm sitting in bed, and I remember this one time, my mother set me up with her coworker, and now I need you to understand, because I'm not a racist, but I know when they signal a brown person's supposed to just signify a brown person, right? So I'm thinking to myself, wait, the last time I was in a back house at all with anyone was this brown guy, which Hassan happens to be, you know, a person of a skin tone. But I remember a key part of this. I wasn't alone when I first met him. This is all gonna blow your mind. I know it sounds like it's a stretch. Hold on. Hold on. We are out at sea, and you don't know it yet, but I'm gonna bring you to the nearest island. But it's the island that has all the goodies. Not Epstein! No! Stop it! Stop. That's not what I meant. That's not what I meant. Hold on. Let me close the window where that just was, because I'm kind of getting loud and it's a little late, and my mother is at this house this week, so I'm sure she doesn't want to hear me right now. Give me a moment. Don't say I didn't try, Mom. Don't say I didn't try. But this is really important what I'm doing, okay? So, I'm laying in bed and I'm just literally, this thought is like out of the blue. This is a random ass fucking memory. You know how sometimes you know how you have things come to mind? Just like, ah, it's just a thing. This is not one of those things that like is constantly on rotation. This is like the craziest just like aha moment. And all of this, I'm just like laying there, eyes closed, being like, I'm not awake, please. So I'm like, seriously, when I say I'm cooking. But I remember a key factor is that I wasn't alone. I was with my friend Brittany. And this name's going to be important for a couple reasons. There's going to be a lot of names that we talk about today, but that's hers. She's just one part of the story. So, immediately, I didn't even start sitting on that one, but I think to myself, I gave my, like, no time. I'm like, why am I thinking of her right now? And it takes me a second, but I'm like, Hogwarts conspiracy. Why does it say Hogwarts Legacy Conspiracy Hour? Oh, because I didn't change the game on the other end. Okay, okay. I'm like just saying that now. But I remember something. I got shot in the head, me, point blank, with a Nerf gun by my friend's, I think mother-in-law at this point. She just barely met me. And this fat white bitch, shoots me in the head with a fucking Nerf gun. I've never been so angry at a cunt in my life. It was just like the most miraculous, dumbfounding thing. And I honestly think it's because maybe I'm pretty and she didn't like the way Robbie, Brittany's person, was looking at me or something. I don't know. But it was just like, there was a reason that woman shot me. Also, there's a reason Brittany cut me off, and I still don't know what that is, so I'm just gonna pretend they're all just jealous. So that makes the most sense to me, honestly. Um, you know what, honestly, it's fine. I do not care. When I tell you I don't care, I do not care. But get this, beyond me getting shot, there's other things I start to remember. So when I go to this house at Lake Elsinore, go there, I think like maybe the first or second time. It was, I want to say it was like the gender reveal night of her baby. There's a dartboard. Everybody's playing darts all night. Finally, the party starts to wind down, and I'm like, because I'm spending the night. I'm like, fuck it. I'm gonna throw a dart. And I'm not a dart thrower. I don't throw darts. First one's a bullseye. Not even joking. Couldn't get one after that. I woke up the next morning, everybody was still asleep, and I was like, I started throwing darts. I was like, I need to get 2 more bullseyes before I leave this house. I was very committed, but that first one, dead center. And the reason I'm bringing up this dart experience on top of me getting nerfed in the fucking brain is because Charlie Kirk was supposed to, yeah, yeah, he was supposed to date Hassan Piker at Dartmouth. Isn't that interesting? But it gets better. It gets better. There's a couple of other things that come up in my mind as I'm on this subject. I remember that when I was there with Brittany, we had scheduled to get her dog fixed. So the idea of a dog going into surgery, if you know my other handles, also on the docket, okay? And then I remember something else, and I'm like, wait, there was one day when I was with her, and we were driving down to get like Starbucks or something, and there's a dead coyote in the road. Now, I only bring this up because, I mean, it's not a fox, but goddamn, is it close? And so it's just it's starting to kind of build up. Now, when all of this happens, I'm like, how the fuck am I gonna explain this to anyone? No, there's a lot more, don't worry. There's more to it. We just need a we I want to take you through the process that I went through today because I struggled with what I was going to do. Like how I was going to communicate all of this, especially with what I just found beyond the note taking and me just like coming to terms with like stuff. You're gonna be really happy I streamed this evening. Trust. Um, but I'm like, how do I tell Hassan? I'm like, God damn it, like I wish I could just communicate with the man. Sometimes I just go into his chat and I'll randomly like bring up something that happened to me that day. Or like something will happen on his end and then I'll be like, oh, that's why I had a dream. That's why this was important. Like, I've established a record, not just with Hassan, it happens with anybody I watch. It happens, I just like connect. It's like the strangest fucking thing. I call it the most useless superpower because there's not much I can do with it other than yap. Like, it doesn't change anything how I'm able to connect dots, but I think in this moment it's very important that beyond my ego, I actually share this all with you because I think we're all kind of leading into the idea that there's something bigger going on and nobody's gonna say anything. And I've been trying to mention and like speak on this for so fucking long. Maybe now's my fucking moment. Maybe you'll finally listen. I don't know. So, hold on. Speaking of bullets, we'll get to that later. So, I really like had to fight myself today to go live, and I'm happy I did. I'm going live way later, though it is very interesting that I happen to go live right at 9:10, mind you. That again was not planned. I have not seen my mother in weeks. She might as well be like a mythological creature. Never seen her. So I was supposed to hang out with her last night. It's actually kind of crazy how this all happened. And I fell asleep super fucking early. And I wake up to a text at like 6:35. At this point, it's like 3 in the morning or some shit. Maybe it was like 1. I forgot. And it's like, hey, we're home. Dinner's gonna be ready soon. I had dinner plans with her yesterday. I was supposed to take time with her yesterday, and I just tapped out. So I made up for it this evening, and I was trying to be a reasonable and charitable person. I'm not very social, but I was like, I'm not gonna rush this, even though I had plans on doing the stream, and it was very vital and important to me that I finally sat down, despite how late it was gonna be, to do this. Um, but I take my time. I take my time with her, and we really sit and have conversation, and you know, I think that all went well. But the point is, it took just the right amount of time. That on top of me coming back here, realizing, remember a key element from my past, which is like the other props I brought, which we will get to. And I just happened to go live at 9:10. Like, excuse me. I will say I watched Ludwig a little bit in between that as well, but he seems very stoked about the watermelon game. On a less serious note. Very happy. Alright, let me start going through this. So I talked about Lake Elsinore. I talked about the dead coyote, the bullseye, the Dartmouth connection. Oh, at a certain point on Hassan's stream later in the day, again, I'm already like mentally taking notes. At this point, I didn't realize how much shit was gonna come together. Let me see something. Again, I do have tabs. That was just more so story time, but we can get into some other shit. So let me throw you over to this. So Paul Gosar comes up today, and I'm like, wait a minute. Isn't that the Attack on Titan guy? Sure is. You don't know. Is there a video we can watch? Okay, so this man, let me see. I'm going to, where is it? Oh my god, I have so many tabs. I don't know which one has the YouTube music we're playing. Wait, does it even exist? I need that video though. There's a very specific reason I think I clicked on the lo-fi video we're listening to. Is it somewhere else? Oh my god, the search for the missing tab. Do we really have to go through? I'm just gonna spoil everything, I guess.
Paladin.
I've had this video up for ages and I still haven't watched it. That one's irrelevant. It's not that one, it's not this. It's not me, it's not Ludwig. It's not my random wiki search. Before learning, I looked this up. Crazy fun fact just to show you how wacky my life is and how in tune I am on accident. Uh, this was the same day as the Nintendo Direct that I randomly searched this. Oh, actually, can I go back? No, that's like a side story. If I get like a mental note later, we can actually talk about what that is. Where is this app or tab? No, please. We don't need this one anymore. Oh, yes, we do. This is important. You'll see why. That was the word of the day. This was me playing Watermelon Game randomly. But yeah, the wiki poll came out the same day as the Nintendo Direct, and I realized that Hades 2 was coming out, and I was like, wait a minute. Wait a minute. Blah, 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 blah. Here's that. I'm literally just clicking everyone because I don't see it. Oh my god! It's because it's the very last one. See how I can move these? It was hidden because I didn't realize I could even go over the bar. I thought I could only have as many tabs as that. Apparently not. We're gonna get into this later. Where is our man? Where is Mr. Attack on Titan? I'm gonna be honest, probably, I don't know, put these in an order, but that's okay. That is okay. Oh, he's down here. All right. Let's watch this video. Or not. Can, why is there a naked lady? I want to see the video. Do I need to go to YouTube, you think? Or maybe if I just type it YouTube, it'll pull up a YouTube video. YouTube. Okay. So if you don't know, political violence is something the right actually likes to allude to from time to time. Let's watch. Let's watch this space. He claims he didn't know. Now I want you to keep in mind as we're watching this, Titan was the name of my cat. I had two boy cats that really, really liked each other. To the point where I think they were gay. Which is totally fine. Just a fun fact. I had gay cats. But one was named Titan, and one was named Marco. And we'll get into the Marco side of things shortly. So I'm already coming off of a couple of threats this morning. But now I'm like, this one always pisses me off. So this is just adding. Oh yeah, look, you see? This is so crazy. I can't believe, like, his staffers would do this. Maybe they were involved with Charlie Kirk. Bro, if they were wild enough to throw this together, maybe. I think there's a bigger network. Anyways, so yeah. Hi, Rachel. Um, that is Paul Gosar. And so I'm starting to feel a way, you know. I don't like the idea that my cat gets brought into it. And I don't know how this happens. I forgot exactly the mental trackings. But I come into knowledge. Oh, I think I was looking up Benjamin Netanyahu. And I realized, where is it? Did I close all the tabs with Marco Rubio? Uh-oh. Uh-oh. No, there it is. Oh boy. So not only is Titan in the mix, now so is Marco. Now, an interesting point about Marco is Marco was a black cat. Keep this in mind, okay? It's gonna be crazy how we're gonna put some things together. But me and my mother ended up putting Marco down. I guess for context, I should note died a day after I came back from a Disney cruise. And the day after he died, it was tragic for me. We had a freak weather event where I lived, and it was super stormy, and there was like I think lightning and thunder, which is not the most common thing. Um, and I was just like, what the fuck is happening? But yeah, it's like, oh, imagine being on a Disney cruise and like, knowing your cat's not well, but having a good time, then you come back and it's like, hey, and your cat's now dead. It was really cool how that all happened. But Marco, which was again his partner, who I think probably felt very sad not having his beloved by his side anymore, moved with me when I moved from my house to my little ranch, not rancho, Redondo. They both start with R. Pad. But I ended up putting him down there. So just keep this in mind. I, in a way, took a life. Now it's really interesting how Marco finds himself next to a certain man, hot off the heels of this Charlie Kirk thing. But not only that, I'm starting to build my own backstory here, and this is like, where people can maybe take this be like, yo, you're just taking it personal, you're delusional. That's fine, but just wait for me to speak on everything I have to speak on. Again, I have 2 full pages and I have props that you're going to be really interested in. Anyway, this is what I'm doing all day today. I'm just like actually like losing my mind in a way. I'm like, why am I feeling like I am connected to this story somehow? I do not like this, right? So I'm starting to like look a little bit more into Marco Rubio in his meetup with Benjamin Netanyahu. I don't think it's this article. Or is it? Yes. And then I find out he's going to Britain. Mind you, I just randomly brought up my friend. You have a question? Go for it. Whose name was Brittany in the morning. Why do the billionaires get to reap the rewards from the cost of living increases, which they cause, but workers and yeah. Honestly, I'm gonna be so real with you. I read puny like pussy. I don't know why my eyes did that, but hopefully that made you laugh. I don't know what happened there. But workers can't even get a puny raise for the increase. It's because we don't matter. And they want the most control over the population. And in order to control the population, you need to make sure that people are constantly in a state of poverty. Um, I think it's very simple. If we had, started to accrue wealth, even as like a middle class, we would be less susceptible, I think, to their marketplace. And the market is how they are so comfortable. They want it to stay how it is. They want to be able to manipulate it to the best of their abilities, to keep their funds and profits going. Uh, we we're like a subspecies. we are just under this impression that we have like the same rules and privileges and rights and liberties, but we really don't. That's something that we tell ourselves. We live in a state of copium, Shatter. I'm so sorry. I mean, I'm sure you probably knew this. But yeah, I find out fucking Marco Rubio's going to Britain, and I'm like, wait, what the fuck is happening? All right. Keep in mind, he's going with Trump. It's not like he's just going by himself. Like, he's going with Donald. So now Donald's a part of the fray. I also want to sit one moment, because we were talking about Marco. Let's talk about rubies, seeing as we mentioned a wedding earlier. I once had this idea that if I were to get married, I wanted a ruby ring because I thought I saw one on the internet once and I was like, that's pretty. That's different and it's pretty. So there's just a lot that's starting to pile up in my mind, right? Now, Candace Owens released a video today. Hold on. Of course, there's a Crunchyroll ad. Of course. I need a very specific angle of this woman. I'm watching her, and I am so sorry. That was like the ugliest screen grab. I apologize. As a woman myself, that looks like a what the fuck face. I like this face. This is good. We can work with this. It takes me like I don't know how long into this fucking video. And I'm like, because I'm doing all these like mental things. I wrote them down later. Oh no, this was when I was starting to write things down. I casually look up and see her at this angle, and I'm like, wait a minute, I think she's wearing ruby earrings. And I'm like, no, no. Like because mentally I was already kind of dialed in on like the Marco thing, which keep in mind was my black cat getting put down. And here's fucking Candace Owens with ruby earrings. And I'm like, no, Candace, what are you doing? I don't even think I like you. Like, I'm pretty sure you're very conservative. I don't keep up with everyone all the time, okay? I live in my own state of delusion. But I'm just like, what the fuck? So honestly, Candace, I'm gonna be so real with you. I think that's a death threat. I don't know what purpose you had for wearing those ruby earrings, but I have a whole backstory for you that you might be interested in. But yeah, I'm just like, oh no, this isn't good. But this is why subconsciously, and after I'd clicked it, I was like, wait, no, this is why I chose this Wi-Fi or lo-fi because it has like a little black kitty on it. I think I was just thinking of Marco and all the other things. Also, now I didn't know there was going to be like a whole like written prompt. But like I watched this for a second and I was like, "Oh, look at the little positive affirmations. We're doing good here. We're doing good by everybody the best way we can." I don't think anybody should be getting like death threats in to any capacity, even if you think it's a stretch. So I'm happy to share that little bit of information and put that out there for the internet to do what it needs to do with it. Um, let's start talking about names. Let's start talking about the names involved. So, we have Charlie Kirk. Okay, it's very interesting. When he got publicly offed, I kind of took a second because there's some things that happened to me quite recently, keeping in mind that Charlie Kirk died on September 10th. I recently departed from my work. Some things were just kind of getting funny. But that's just how my life is, so whatever. But like, essentially my last day, which I didn't know was gonna be my last day, I at my job, you wouldn't know it on the floor, but like behind the scenes, there is a lot of heavy lifting, and yeah, it can get a little bit spicy and dangerous. Um, some of the stuff that we were lifting was very heavy. We had to go on very high ladders, and things were tend to fall a lot. Like it wasn't good. So this last day, I'm stacking this. Most of you wouldn't care what it is, but it's like hair toner. It's Vibrance from the Schwarzkopf brand. So German, interesting enough. And I build these two towers of Vibrance to get to some other color. Um, because it's all stacked in like a corner. It's hard to explain. If I like had a pad that I could draw on, I'd show you. It'd make way more sense. Just I did what I had to do to get to the product I needed to get to and was instructed to work with. And so these two towers of Vibrance literally go to the ceiling. Now, in theory, this should be fine. Each box is relatively heavy. They're both stacked like even. It's not like the boxes weren't perfectly aligned. But I'm looking at these towers up and down, these twin towers to the ceiling of this product. And I'm like, this isn't looking good. Now, this was like a week before. This was like I think the Friday before Labor Day, to put a timestamp on it. I have like this Twin Towers accident. Anyway, I'm like getting vibes from the tower and I'm really not digging the vibes. I'm like, uh-oh. There's something, I'm getting like, there's something's gonna happen. Not even thinking about September 11th. Not even thinking, that wasn't even in mind until after it all transpired. I happen to move to like aside from them, but I'm not in their direct like line of or pathing. All of a sudden, they both topple. And again, this is like a heavy product. It was a lot of boxes. And I can only imagine what would have happened to me if I were to get hit by them. Like it was kind of startling. Um, so I only bring this part up, this little side mission, because again, Charlie Kirk died one day before 9/11. Oh, and then on 9/11 I got my period. I was like, "Oh, let's bleed more blood today, America." That sounds fun. Remember when the Republicans were trying to like track women's periods? I think instead of tracking mine, they just give me mine on certain days. I truly believe this. Anyway, so I think maybe I had a little bit of a feeler that something around 9/11 was going to happen, personally, but you're subject to your own beliefs. Back to Charlie Kirk. The name Charlie Kirk is unfortunately a name I think a lot of people associate with very strong ideas. I'm not even going to characterize the ideas. I think it's just a fair statement to say. However, in my case, not that I don't have strong opinions myself, it also takes on a personal tone, akin to the Titan and Marco situation that's playing out right now. Charlie happens to be the name of my cousin, who we will get into a very interesting story in 1 second, and Kirk is my father's name, okay? Kirk Tyner. Hi, Dad. But the reason this bothers me is because Netanyahu's in the mix, and he hates Palestinians, and for a time my last name was also Tyner, so Palestine. Like, I'm like, what is happening? I'm getting all the names. Also, Hamas kind of sounds like Hana, if you were to say it in a way. Hanas. And I'm like, wait a minute. What? Why are you bringing me into the mix? Not that I don't stand for Palestine, but it's like, bro, like I was born with that name. Like, how many years in advance did you know that you hated me? Like, what happened? What is going on? Um, so yeah, now for a really interesting detail. So Charlie, my cousin, likes guns, and I do not like guns. But Charlie always used to like to talk to me about guns, and I don't know if that's just because he knew he was making me uncomfortable, or I couldn't tell you. The world's weird. But one day, recently, not too recent, like it was just like as we were moving out of the house, he had some things he needed to get from there as well. He comes by in his truck and he hands me, unprompted, a shell, a casing. And in my mind, I'm like, Charlie, why are you giving me a bullet casing? But me in real life just accepted his offering. Okay. And your girl just randomly remembered this after having dinner with her mother. And I was like, wait a minute. I think I still have it. So I spent like, I don't know how long looking through everything, trying to find a fucking shell casing. That's like a needle in a haystack in this house. Do you understand how small of an object that is? And right before I find it, I'm starting to make peace with, well, maybe I won't. I know I didn't throw it away, but it's possible I'm not gonna find this. And I do need to sit down and I do need to say some things, okay? So what happens is I look through my purse. I'm like, maybe I like kept it in my purse as a souvenir. And I find the rubber bullet I took from the LA fucking protests, the riots. Yeah. So I'm like, okay, I didn't find the one I was looking for, but at least I found something akin to it. Literally after this happens, and I'm like, oh, you know what? This might be as good as it gets. At least it's something. It's a good stand-in, right? Um, it wasn't necessarily what I wanted, but it'll do. I'm a reasonable person. The literally like the next and last place I check, right there. And wouldn't you know it, bam! From my cousin Charlie. Tell me, how strange is it that I just so happen to have a shell casing from a man named Charlie? Like, what are the odds? In my life, like, almost zero. Like, that just doesn't happen. I was gifted, quite literally, intelligence, I guess. I want to say it says Blazer 45 Auto. I don't know if you're gonna be able to see that. Probably not. No. But yeah. Weird, right? Just a little bit weird. So this was like, again, I moved here like maybe 3 months ago or so, just to give you a time frame. It was definitely this year, a little earlier this year, a bit before I moved. Just for the record, for those trying to keep up with like timelines. So that happened. Oh, I forgot another name I wanted to mention. So you know how we brought up Brittany and then randomly Britain came into play? And that's kind of like, you want to know what her last name is now? Shot. S-H-O-T. Now, I don't know what her baby daddy's last name is. I can only assume that's who she married. But like his mother, so assuming she has the same last name as he would, is the person who shot me. Like, it's just like all of these things are coming together, man. I'm like, I don't think I like this. This ain't normal. This ain't right. Oh, another thing that came up, not necessarily today, but the gun that they used was they being Tyler Robinson was a Mauser. And I just so happened to mention while we were covering, I say we were covering, I was watching Hassan and then I like side commentate to myself while we were covering. He doesn't know I'm his co-host. I was like, because we were watching footage, we were trying to like see different angles on certain things, and Sparks Auto comes up. Oh shit, I'm realizing Auto's on here too. I think it's Sparks Automotive comes up, and I'm like, I think I have a keychain for that. Actually, let me just go grab it so I can show you. Hold on. I don't know why I'm in prison gear. I don't know why I'm in stripes like this. It's giving girl in the striped pajamas, honestly. So Sparky, oh, it's another one of those. You can kind of see. And then Atopia. And I'm like, why do I have a keychain for this event? But the idea, that's, for those of you who don't know, like that is Disney. But like quite literally, I am full of Disney keychains. So the idea that he got shot with a Mauser, it's close enough to mice. It's close enough to fucking freaking Mickey Mouse. So I'm just like, as more details come out, I just don't know why we're so interconnected to this event. Oh, and so Titan, I mentioned how Marco is my black cat. Titan looked like this one. Also, notice how he's holding a cookie. Oh my god, I remembered something. Okay. So, my other handle, I've had many. I'm like a god with many, many names. Is the dog Zero. And the reason I named myself that is because you killed my dog Ghost. And that is what ended up being the reason that I got my studio in Redondo Beach. And honestly, some of the worst years of my life happened in that house, and it changed me forever, fundamentally. But I honestly think that you actually killed my dog to have that whole series play out. It is a firm belief that I have. Anyway, so my dog's name was Ghost. He was a white pit bull who was blind, and he had the prettiest blue eyes you've ever seen. Oh, I'm just realizing my hair is white and I have blue eyes. Oh boy. Uh-oh. So, I'll have to show you something. It's important that you see this from me. Now, I mentioned earlier how I was watching Ludwig. Sometimes I also watch Cutie. Like, I watched her make Hassan's brother's wedding cake. I like watching Cutie sometimes too. It really just depends what mood I'm in or who's live, or even sometimes like depending on what kind of content will sometimes be more likely to switch over to a content creator I don't typically watch if they're doing something I think is interesting. So, Cutie, you sweet, sweet lady, recently made, and I did not know this is not a stream that I saw, maybe she recorded it offline, Pillsbury Doughboy cookies. I will show you. Now you see how this lined up right here is in such a way where you're only seeing half of this? Well, you don't know this yet. I currently have my computer set up to where I have my Streamlabs open on one panel, and then I have my window in my browser, my tabs on the other. So you're seeing something that looks full screen, but it's not. But because it's been tweet, there's a line of I'm about to show you that I just so happened to get when I was refreshing YouTube because that is a method to my madness. And you see this pretty little blonde girl? Oh, this is actually an excellent segue. This is Subway, eat fresh. Let me see if I can do it. Oh, do I have to realign this whole thing? What did I just do? No. Okay. How do I fix this? Give me a moment. Oh, yeah. So you see this? Me getting the symbolism of this white-haired lady next to a ghost with a cookie, especially after the whole Attack on Titan thing. I was just like, have I not had enough today? Have I not had enough? Also, it literally says ghost. Oh my god. Pumpkins also came up today. It was wild for me, man. Like, all of this fucking happened. I think some people think I just sit home and do nothing. Y'all don't understand. So, a pumpkin comes up earlier. Fuck it, I don't even want to say this person's name. Nick Fuentes, we covered him today. He is a demon. I think he needs help, frankly. But, so you know how I already brought up, like, the nameplate? We brought in, like, the Ruby connection and the wedding and all of these other things. I have this stuffed pumpkin. I'll grab it. And it just so happens to be sitting next to you. You'll never guess. I'll show you. Okay. A turkey! And no! I didn't set them up like that on purpose. So here's the craziest part. Where they were situated, where you just saw me pull them into the deep dark, literally almost directly across from that is that window where I have my street sign. So there's an alignment. Oh my god. And you'll never guess what's in the middle. Now I have to go grab something else. No, this is gonna blow your mind because I didn't put any of this like this on purpose. Where'd it go? Hold on. There he is. He was in the same spot, but it was so dark I couldn't see him. Right? I have a chair right here. Okay? So we have the... Which way is my hand going? So we have the turkey and the pumpkin. We have what I'm about to show you. And then we have the street sign. All in alignment. It's fucking Mickey fucking Mouse Zoom Zoom. Tell me! Tell me why! Tell me why! How does this happen? I'm getting fucking heat flashes. They're hitting me with the rays. So yeah. It just gets weirder and weirder. Like, what is this? Also, this is a serious investigation. Infestigation. Words. Why are you giving me toys? Like, this is serious. So that happened. Next page. Next page. Oh god. The second page might actually be worse than the first one. God damn it. Give me 1 second. I realize that my cats need more food in their bowl, so I'm gonna do that and then I'll be right back, okay? Enjoy. Um, I'll just go full screen. Fuck it. Oh, I didn't even write down this whole oh my God. Osiris. You want to know something really fucked up? Oh my God, I look like I have dog ears. That's fucked up too. Oh my God, what is happening? I don't think this is what they meant by they like furries, guys. I don't think this is what they meant. Um, I sat down on that chair I just talked about, and I never sit down on that chair when I'm feeding the cats. I just figured it would be better if you saw me in the distance to not have my ass out in the sky, so I was a polite little lady and sat down. Oh God, this is giving Kaya sick. This is so fucked up. But I sit down on this chair. Again, I don't do this. This is the first time in this house I sit down on that chair to put food in that bowl. And I look, I have like this huge like cabinet. And in that corner slot at the top, I have my cat's ashes. And I see directly in front of me, like my eyes lock until we meet again. And right next to it is Marco's ashes. The first one was Phoenix's. Which could bring me to a different story about my cat Osiris. I didn't realize there was different types of calico cats. When I was growing up, I had a really good cat named Phoenix. And she was a tortoiseshell from what I later learned. But she ended up getting FIP while I was gone with my great-grandparents. Yes, my great-grandparents. And we went to Palm Springs for like 2 weeks or something. I came back and my cat was gone. And so after Marco died, I was like, if I have to get another cat, I want another one that reminds me of Phoenix. She was so good, you guys. She reminded me of like a dog. She just like wait by the door for me to get home from school when I was young. She was like the perfect cat. I've had really good cats, honestly. I've been very fortunate in the cat department. My white one's a little bit of a menace. Oh my God, dude. Speaking of Tyne, Hassan could actually pull this. I think I made mention of it in his comments. There was something that we were watching, and the numbers like 1214 popped up. So if you know anything about like, I don't think Valentine's Day is like a global thing. So I'll just say for the sake of this conversation, it's like an American holiday that's like bullshit. Fuck love. No, I'm just kidding. Love's rad when you find it. Did you see that light up in the back? Like that little green. What happened? I was like, is that my cat? It was like my cat's eye? Bro, that's crazy. My cat has superpowers too. So, when I got her, I was like, wait a minute, this looks nothing like Phoenix. Also, she was smaller than a fucking Tsum Tsum. So I got her way too young from, just somebody on Craigslist. Ripped her from her fucking family like an awful person. I didn't know any of this, by the way. Like, they didn't specify. I just knew I wanted a baby cat because my white cat is very temperamental, and I figured if I brought in a baby, she'd be less susceptible to hating it. Oh, I'm just being reminded of my... Osiris had a Simba moment with my white cat where my white cat cosplayed as Scar. So at 304, when I was at Redondo, keeping in mind this cat, when this happened to her, was smaller than a Tsum Tsum. I had stairs leading up to the top of the studio, and the top of the studio was pretty much open, other than like, the gate, or not the gate, the railing, thank you. And the railing was pretty open, along with like where the stairs spiraled up, like that little top section, which is like kind of an open square panel. And again, other than like the rail. My white cat looked at my little baby Osiris. Look at her defying death despite her name. Or to spite her name. I don't know. Or maybe death gods don't die. I don't know. You'll have to speak to the Egyptians on that one. My white cat decides to go. And of course, like, she's just the tiniest being imaginable. Like, it's unreal how small she is. Just falls off. It was the scariest fucking day of my life. I felt awful. She hit the floor, didn't break anything, ran under the couch. I picked her up. Her nose is bleeding, and I'm like, oh my fucking god. She's perfectly fine now. If you even ever meet this cat, like, like, she is so... Speaking of, like, how Phoenix was so good, like, I've loved all of my cats. Even my white one, like, despite her best efforts, like, I do love her genuinely. But this cat, man, like, I don't know how in the world I pulled her. If she was a Pokemon, she has, like, the best stats. Like, she is just friend-shaped through and through. Just a blessing to be around. Anyway, so yeah, that's the story of my white cat. And my other cat. My little Osiris. Who again I got only because Marco died. It's just a whole fucking... There's like so many twists and turns. I don't even know if this story makes sense. I didn't even think I was gonna cover this, but now that I'm like thinking about it, I'm like, I guess it's partially relevant. Back to the notes. Let's stick to the coursework here. There's a point today where Ben Shapiro, or not Ben Shapiro. I wrote Ben, period, not Ben Shapiro. Benjamin Netanyahu. He gets asked a question. Oh, I wanted to show you this too. Oh, because I changed the... Oh my god. Wait, where is it? Oh my god, I screwed up my whole setup. Hold on. What am I doing? Oh, you know what I should do? I'll do this later. Is I need to lock some of these so I don't keep, like, fudging them up. Hold on. I get very particular about trying to, like, make things line up. Okay. So, Rubio claiming that Charlie Kirk's assassination, a death in the family event for the Trump administration was very interesting to me. Due to the facts previously stated, Charlie's the name of the cousin who gave me the casing. Kirk is the name of my father. A death in the family. I mean, this is Marco Rubio saying this. So Marco also significant to myself. And I'm like, brother, what is going on? My brothers and sisters in Christ, we really should be addressing this. I don't think this is normal. Like, I understand like a couple of things like linking up here and there just like casually. I think that's just how the world works. It's like the 6 degrees of separation or whatever, but I'm like, it's everything. It's everything on my end, and I don't know why. Anyway, where is it? Let me see something. I don't really want to look through the entire transcript. I almost wish I could like look up keywords. I don't know where it is. Why did I randomly pull Epstein? That was not chill. I don't think I'm ever gonna be able to find it. But essentially, sorry. Candace Owens at some point brings up, now I had also thought about this in my own way, so I'm very happy she brought it up because I can put some things together for us. So she mentions at some point in this video, I was thinking about watching it, but honestly I didn't think I was going to start this late, so you all do that on your own time. I think it's a good watch, personally, because I think it just goes to show there's a lot of people out there who are like, you know what, I think there's more to this story. You know, and it's people on all sides who are kind of leaning in this direction. It's not, you know, I think it's interesting how we can almost come together in this like moment of conspiracy. Charlie Kirk's death is like it's a unifying factor for us all, and it's just like it was so unexpected. And in that way, I almost think whoever did this, I don't know what the intention was or the message they were trying to get across, but I feel like it's backfired. Because you're having people all across the spectrum that would never typically associate all of a sudden being like, conspiracy. Let me see where it is. So yeah, Benjamin Netanyahu gets asked, I'll just read from here. The host stated, before I let you go, I want you to address one thing. The absurdity of some of the internet rumors that Israel's behind the Charlie Kirk murder. I want you to make a statement. And this is what he says. He replied, that's insane. Israel changes the orbit of the moon. Israel pushes the sun. The whole thing is insane, absurd, and stupid. I can't believe people are saying this. Maybe I can even find the clip, because that would be... I already showed you what I wanted to show you from this tab, so... Hold on, let me put my mic down so I can type faster. Four days ago. I'm pretty sure this just happened today. Filters? I don't know where it is, and unfortunately I didn't have the mind. I was like scrambling to like write down all my notes to like make a jotting down of where Hassan found the video. But I watched it, and it's like, it's a very weird way for him to have answered this question. Um, maybe we can look a little bit harder for this video later down the line. But I just want to point out the sun and moon thing, okay? Keep this in mind. It's very important. Israel changes the orbit of the sun or the moon. Israel pushes the sun. Remember earlier when I had that random map? Where did it go? Of Lake Elsinore. Do you see this? This is something I just randomly found. Keeping in mind, I got shot here. So here's a sun. Ladies and gentlemen, Candace Owens points out how she thinks it's interesting that Charlie Kirk got shot in the throat because it was like silencing his voice or something. Very symbolic. I need you to look at my neck tattoo. This is a moon. This is a death head moth. So when Charlie Kirk got shot, I was like, one, it's crazy because I have a tattoo there that is very on par with this current, statement. Also the location. But the day before Charlie Kirk gets shot in the neck, I have like a little bump on my neck and it like disappeared the next day. But it was like inflamed and I couldn't tell if it was a mole. It certainly wasn't a pimple. It wasn't itching like a bug bite. But it was like a very visible like mark on my neck that like, and I couldn't stop like touching it the day before. I did question though to myself if it was a mole or something. So I'm like, if I'm not feeling pain, nothing's like coming of it, like, this is a mole I've never seen. But the idea of like getting rid of moles is a thing, obviously, depending on like where you come from. It's like a common phrase work or idea, more so. So I find these statements to be a little disturbing. And I also want to point out, just like side note, that when I went to the store the night before Charlie Kirk's assassination, I went there and I bought Brussels sprouts. Okay? Sometimes I like me a Brussels sprout. So you see here, you see where we're at? We're at the scene of the crime. Yeah? What is this? What is this? I buy the Brussels sprouts chowders from my local grocery store. Oh, good. Oh, good. I'm just realizing there's a fucking sun here as well. Great. Great. Cool. Love it. So I buy these Brussels sprouts. I microwave them at night. Fall asleep. Wake up to them being done in the morning, obviously. And for the first time in a long time, I eat breakfast. Another thing that never happens. You are microwaving me? Stop. I hate heat flashes, bro, and I swear they do it on purpose. So there's so many things. I also noticed there's like a Woodbury here. And I think that's interesting because for a time I very, very briefly when's the next Potter adventure? I don't know, man. I didn't even know I was going to be streaming today. I just felt it was important I speak my piece. Everybody's kind of like chiming in and I'm like, I actually have relevant stuff to share. But hopefully soon. Hopefully very, very soon. I'd say tonight, but nah. This is gonna take it all out of me. So you see how there's Woodbury here? I swear, it was like 2 weeks. I went to a very, like, local school near me called Woodbury. And that same night where I got the Brussels sprouts, I buy wine. And now, I drink. I'm a drinker. But I don't buy wine anymore. I have a designated wine. So the fact that I picked up a wine bottle, actually 2, within the last, like, 2 weeks is incredible. And I also kept both bottles. But the day before, hold on. Woodbridge. Now, some of you might be like, that's not close enough to Woodbury. And I'm like, seeing as we keep bringing up all my fucking dead animals and the idea of them crossing the Rainbow Bridge is a thing, I think this is close enough. So I, like, literally have this zone, like, flanked. I got Sprouts. Oh, you guys can't even see it. And I have Woodbury. Like, do you see this? I'm, like, bar for bar, like, zoned in on this bitch. The night before, I just casually go to the grocery store and like purchase random fucking items. Now this same grocery store, tying back into controlling the sun and the moon, I swear to God, when I was in that store recently, was it like 2 days ago? There was a song playing, and it is the weirdest grocery store song you ever heard in your life. It's not poppy, it's not fun, it's not upbeat. It's a man singing about wanting to abuse a person and push them around and control them. Like, I shit you not. I was like, what is going on? And when I'm listening to the song, I'm realizing I'm right where I was when I picked up my Brussels sprouts the last time I was there. And I'm like, uh-oh. You know, but now after like having Benjamin come out and just say we control the moon and the sun, like I'm just like, what are you actually saying? I'll bring up the article one more time for those of you who maybe didn't see what we're currently talking about. So I find this not only like alarming because like the whole Marco Rubio thing, and that's like very personal. I'm like, wait, is he also talking about me and my life? Like, what is going on actually? And so I'm just a bit disturbed because I'm like, why do I keep feeling like I'm getting looped in? What profile picture? Oh, like the little anime girl? No, I designed it. I don't remember what website, unfortunately. I'm so sorry. But I designed it. It's a little, oh, she's an angel. I think she has, I haven't looked at her in a second, like a quill in her hand and maybe like parchment. She's supposed to be, you know, a judge. Which in this moment, I do be judging. There's a big, fat question mark. Okay, well, angels have their vices, okay? Maybe she's just kinky or something. You know, like, you know how, like, people are furries? Maybe she just likes to dabble in devil play. You don't know. You don't know. Anyway. I also want to point out that I had this other bottle from recently. Again, very rare that I buy wine these days. And it says Sterling on it, but it has a bell, what looks like to be in a gravestone. But even like the sticker itself could be considered like somewhat of like a tombstone marker shape. And I'm just like, what are we doing? You know, like what is going on? Yeah, I mean, I don't know if she's judging people's freakiness. I feel like she's judging their character, which maybe they're the same thing. I don't know. I don't know. So yeah, I'm over here just like pulling all this shit together. Like I'm catching strays. Like this is so random, like how all of this shit's come together. And I'm just like at a loss. I also want to mention, due to the bell in the little, like for whom the bell tolls is like a classic line, but also it is a line that is sung from a band called The Ghost inside, seeing as we've been bringing up my dead dog. So it's just, there's a lot happening. I'm gonna put these back and then I'm gonna show you the picture frame they're actually sitting next to. You're gonna lose it. Oh my god! And it was Ray's birthday today too. I watched a streamer named Ray. Not Valkyrae. Just Ray. Just Ray. He's from Achievement Hunter, if anybody knows what that is. But I bought this print from him. And yeah. So somehow all of those pieces ended up sitting together. It was not my intention to have that all happen. It just, my life is what it is. And that's weird. Kyle, do you want to see the shell casing I got from my cousin named Charlie randomly a couple months ago that I just held on to for no reason? Isn't that weird? I'm happy I found it. It took me like I don't know how long, and I just randomly remembered before I went live that I had it. And I was like, wait a minute. I should probably bring that into the mix. Let's see. Let me see. What else? We just talked about the song. We talked about the Brussels sprouts. Oh my god! Kyle, you're gonna be so happy because you're actually in on this bit. I'm happy you're here. Because you're the one who told me I look like a vampire, right? This is a fun story. I get linked with shit all the time and I couldn't tell you. Oh, you're gonna love this. Although it has to deal with death. I hope you're not squeamish. Or scared of me at the end of this, I don't know. Maybe you will be. You're like, oh, she's a little too freaky for me. So, the day before Ozzy Osbourne died, let's preface this with, I don't know if you know who Ozzy is, but, you know, he was like a rock legend. But he's also known for eating a bat. Which brings us to vampires, right? Just naturally we can kind of make that conclusion. I don't think it's too far of a jump. So you know how I've been drinking... I haven't had one drink today, mind you. We're doing all this sober, baby. But I've been drinking on stream. You want to know what I've been drinking is the strawberry daiquiris, and what I've been using is Bacardi. I'll grab the bottle in a second. But literally the day before Ozzy Osbourne died, back to that store that all the weird shit always happens in, I go through the aisles and I don't know what I want to drink. And so I'm really just taking my time and looking at things. I walk up to a Bacardi bottle. Here, I'll just grab the one I have. This one I got from a different store, but the first Bacardi I got was from that Pavilions when I started my strawberry daiquiri extravaganza. I walk up to it, I look at it, and I couldn't tell you why. I tap the bat. You see how there's a bat here? And I go. And then as soon as I do that, a security card comes out of nowhere on the other side of the aisle, scares the bejesus out of me, and I walk away briefly. But the next day Ozzy dies, and I'm like, well, now what the fuck was that? So yes, there is actually some vampy lore, some honest to God real life. No, I think that I just got telegraphed. I think they told me in the only way that made sense. It's really fucked up. I didn't sign up for this gig. Oh my god. I've been like signaled for so much fucking stupid shit that's like not good. Like before it happens, and then something will start to like unfold, you know, on the streets, on the set of life, and I'm like, well, that's why. That's why I was picking up on that. So yeah, I also have Bacardi in this house. Oh, thank you. I actually just found this one. I've had some free time recently. So I started to put some clothes away into my closet, and frankly, I forgot I had this. And I joked earlier that it's like, it's giving girl in the stripe pajamas feel. And that wasn't my intention, but we're gonna run through it, or with it. rather. I have a couple of dresses. My plan is if I stream, unless it's like I have to immediately get something out, that I try to like look presentable. Like you won't probably ever see me in like a hoodie, and like maybe if I'm like sick and want a game, but like a prisoner of my own mind, bro. I've tried to off myself. We covered this earlier. I try to free myself from my own shackles, and it didn't work. Oh, I also wanted to bring up, we're pretty much we've covered everything, which I think is a lot of stuff, and even more than I intended. So you see, I have my nails done, but this one's missing, and how it's RR. Oh, I could share a story after I speak on this. So I consider my fingers to be a little bit like an Ouija board. I don't know how to pronounce that necessarily. My hands tell me things in like the most mysterious ways. Ouija. Oh, good, good. No, you know what I do? I say it like the ancients. It's not me who's wrong, it's everyone else. Um, so if you know anything about films, specifically like superhero films, you're probably under the awareness that Ryan Reynolds plays Deadpool. So the fact that my pinky finger is the only one that has something that's missing. Also, it came off in a really, or it got injured in a really violent way at work. Work try to off me and tell me things in so many different ways. Um, like I'm happy, my nail's like still sensitive from what happened. It like got caught. I was rounding a corner and there was like some type of like metal. I worked like 5 jobs, and then it only looks like I will now do nothing. It's so sad. I considered myself to be a slave laborer. I really do think that like I should be getting paid for just existing. Like I'm not even lying. I feel like most people should. 5 unemployment checks, yeah, for sure. And then let's get married so we can get that tax break. Great idea. We're gonna scum our way through life. Look, I didn't ask to be here. I'm miserable. I don't like it. Oh, the story I wanted to share with you though is that the day before Kobe Bryant died. Oh wow, what a juxtaposition between your comment and what I was about to say. What a great tag team. Um, I don't think I have a happiest day of my life. Maybe I'll have one. That's something to look forward to. It's the same story. No, it's not. Oh my God, that's so tragic. No, but the day before Kobe Bryant died, I was in the shower and like a freak accident happened and my razor cuts my finger and it's my OB finger. It's kind of hard to tell. And I think nothing of this. Now keep in mind, this same day that I cut my finger, I see something on the internet about them trying to figure out who's going to play the next James Bond. It's like a question that comes up every couple years, and it always has to be a white guy. Like the whole internet just is so certain of this, you know? And I'm over here like, why can't it be a woman? Because to me, the idea of Bond, it's just like, it's like the title of president. It's not a person. It's like a title of agency. Janice Bond. Yeah. I think a girl named James would be like really cool. A female Bond. No, but like literally they're like, no. And I'm getting like mental notes, right? And I'm like, well, fuck it. If I can't be 007, I'll be 008, you know? Fuck you. And so the next day, They off Mr. 8 himself. I don't know if you're familiar with the Lakers. He's notably number 8 and 24 while he was there, I think. And so I'm just like, what the fuck? I literally like start bawling when I like mentally like put all of this together because in this moment I feel so close to this tragic fucking accident. Well, accident. That's a joke. You know, and I'm just like, what the fuck? So that happened. But yeah, my hands speak to me in mysterious ways, as does the rest of life, unfortunately. But yeah, this has been our conspiracy hour. I hope everyone enjoyed if you stuck around. Um, I'm sure I'll have more to say at some point on all of it. We can try to find the Netanyahu um, clip that I wanted to show you earlier. You want to play a web game with me? I don't know if I feel like playing a game. I'm gonna be so honest. You know what I did play though? I think I still have it up. Hold on. Oh, I do, with my high score and everything. Okay, I can't confirm this. Oh, I can't. You see these hands? These nails are not made for typing. I played the watermelon game. The off-brand watermelon game. And I did really good. And this was like my first one. Like, meaning I opened the game up and then I think I can't remember, but I think I got a watermelon on my first try. And I was like, God damn. Yeah, it was kind of like nuts. It was all like working out for me in a really weird way. And then eventually I hit the top, but you know, shit happens. Especially when you start getting like a lot of big fruit. But we can play a game maybe some other time. I wouldn't mind. I played Minesweeper with people before. And, ooh, those people were professionals. And I think they just wanted to dunk on someone, I'm gonna be honest. I don't even think they really wanted to be my friend. I'm just kidding. No, but they were really good. And, like, they finished the board, and I swear to God, less than, like, a minute. That is not how I play Minesweeper. In fact, it was a challenge of mine to even finish a board. I still have to, like, by the end of the year, I need to do that because otherwise I'm not keeping up on my promises. Let's see. Maybe. Does this say? Oh, it's Newsmax. Maybe if I look up Newsmax. Oh, that's kind of fun. Oh, I've seen people play this game, I think. Wait, that kind of sounds fun. Wait, you needed to pitch this better. I just hit my mouth on my microphone. Okay, hold on. This is important that I try to find this. You're pitching it now! That's so fair. You started off really slow, I'll be honest. Like, there was no hook. But I think you nailed it. Okay, hold on. Let me put this down. Two months ago, 4 days ago. Today. I don't even think it's this. Oh my god, why is this impossible to find? What is happening? Do they have that much control of the internet? Let me try over here. Look how his name's all of a sudden at the bottom. Sure. Oh, I spelled that wrong. And it's not even gonna autocorrect. It's just gonna accept that I spelled that wrong. No, that's not how that works. That's not how that works. Yeah, internet's acting up. Oh, it was from a few days ago. Okay. Is this it? That's my bad. I thought it was from today. Can you even see this? Hold on. Let me close or pause it.
And it's just the absurdity of it, some of the internet rumors that somehow Israel is behind the Charlie Kirk murder. And, I don't believe it for 1 second, but
Now this
I
lady
want you to,
doesn't look like
make a
my mom,
statement.
but she
It's
has
so
similar
absurd.
hair to my mom.
That's insane. Israel also changes the orbit of the moon. Israel pushes the sun. I mean, the whole thing it's not only insane, it's, I think it's so absurd, so stupid, and so ridiculous. You can't believe that people are saying this. They just found the perpetrator. They'll get to the bottom of this. But
No, we didn't
they
watch it,
go,
but Candace
they have no
Owens
limits. When you
believes
hate
this
Jews,
man,
when you hate the Jewish state, you're
or
willing
at
to
least
say
his
anything,
country, his government,
and you
had something
promote
to
all
do
these absurd,
with
absurd
Mr.
rumors.
Kirk.
And by the way, they're willing to kill us all the time. I mean, that's what they're doing. And over the centuries, when Jews,
She has
especially
some
in the Middle
very
Ages, the
interesting
horrific
things
Middle
to
Ages,
say.
the worst.
Switch to Square and join over
Okay.
4 million businesses.
I don't want square. Oh God, the idea of like squaring sevens is now coming to mind, which is a whole different like side chapter of lore. Oh my God. Okay. Anyway, so you're gonna get me. Look, with a name pronounced Kyle, spelled like that, but if it was spelled regular, I could be like, your name is literally Kill. Don't come at me like this. Don't. Especially in this current moment in our collective history. You be careful how you speak to people. Um, Wait, so how do we play together? What do I do? Oh my God, I'm getting microwaved. This is written by Charlie Nash. Oh, hold on. Man, I knew I was clocking fucking Riverside earlier for a reason when I was like doing all my map shit. Hey, thank you for the follow. Really appreciate it. Today is kind of a different stream for me. I'd like to think I'd play games, but the world in crisis is a world in need. Hope you're doing well. Welcome in. Google death by AI, and it's the first link. Okay. We are going to do some gaming. Is it this one? I'm assuming it's this one. Oh my God, my fucking eyes. Then click start game located on middle right of screen. For me, it's kind of centered. I mean, you can't even like see it. Hold on. That's my window. I really need to be locking these. Hold on. This one. This is what I see. How do I get this? I don't know if I'm gonna be able to like get this full screen. I don't know how I would do that. Actually, yeah, I do. Hold on. Just press start. Oh wait, I wanted to reset my screen. Oh wait, I have time. Okay. Let me try to get this in such a way. Um, and then this is so annoying that you have to keep making adjustments like this. I wonder, is there like a way to like auto adjust? Oh well, at least at center, that's pretty good, right? Here, I'm gonna open up Twitch on my phone so I can see the comments still. Should I play music while I'm doing this, you think? 'Cause I'm not hearing anything from the game. Okay. Where did my... Hello? Oh, it's up here. Oh, there is music in the game? Okay. And that's fine.
Oh, there is music in the game? Okay. And that's fine. Oh, there is music in the game?
Oh my god, I'm echoing. Bye, Marco. Look at Marco's writing too! Marco has the T! Okay. Enter my name. English. Old English. It's this. Choose your pathetic human meat pile. Oh, at least I have the power of choice. Oh my god. Oh, this is so fantastic. I'm a rock. I'm a pet rock. Wait. Oh, and so this is how you would join. Do you see that? Oh, you do. How do I lower the audio? Is that kind of loud for you guys? Oh wait, here it is. Did you see the code? Also, why does it say tat C? It's like it knows I'm tattooed. Hold on. No, they don't get to just say that. I'm taking a picture. I require evidence to be compiled. And if no one else is gonna do it, god damn it, I'll do it myself. It's fine. Oh, okay. Does anybody else want to play? Kyle, I knew you were gonna choose like the big butt. That's why I didn't choose him. You're in bed? Okay, that's fine. Enjoy. I haven't played this before and I can't type fast because I have acrylics on, so if my responses are ass, well, it's to be expected. God, I'm gonna die. I'm just gonna straight up die. Hold on, wait. Yeah, for real though. I'm also gonna get up. If Kyle comes back, just let him know that I too will be right back. Oh my gosh, are you cozy? Wait, I want to be cozy now too. How do I get cozy? Wait, I actually have a pink thing. Oh my god, wait. There we go. And then before we start, this one's for Ozzy. I don't know if I'm supposed to show that on stream, like me making a drink, but you know what? We live. Live a la vida loca or whatever. Today I feel like I earned this one. I hope this doesn't taste like ass. Oh, mistakes. My mixing ratio was way off. Oh my god. No one be a narc. Okay. So, Kyle, I'll wait for you to say that you're good again, just to make sure. Maybe if you walked away for another moment. Bro, these Twitter fingers, I hope they do what they need to do. I don't even know if I have like the mental bandwidth to like just come up with shit. Yeah, for sure. I'm going to suffer with this poisonous concoction I've made. Oh god. Nobody mix squirt with Bacardi. Can confirm it's terrible. It's like I'm drinking lemon rubbing alcohol. It's really not great. Lock in. I will do my best. Let me see. God, my mic is gonna be annoying. Let me try to move it. Just be creative. I mean, honestly, like this is a great exercise as far as like writing goes. Or we're gonna see into like the mental inner workings of my mind, and it's either gonna be hollow or terrifying. Just give me the okay, and then we can go. When you're ready? All right. I'm gonna put my phone over here. Whee! Gaming! Look, we pulled it together. Oh, I'm scared. Wait, how do I start? Start. Okay. In 3, 2. You are too. This is a wild bear. Oh, so we can like pick different scenarios. Do you like this one, or is there better ones? I'll leave it up to you. I can refresh if anything. Okay. Wait, that wasn't the scenario? Okay. We'll say Pooh. Ah! Run. Wait, I used the limit! I didn't realize there was a limit! Best Fry! He's my best Fry! Best Fry. Only true friends. You know what? This is how you know I live. Because Fry, there's no end. There's no end to our Fryship. Friends end. Okay? Kyle tries to show the stream there's so much honesty and compassion that the bear's anger turns into love. We hold hands and oh, that's beautiful. Oh my god. In a bizarre twist of fate, Kyle's attempt to calm the raging bear by sharing Hana's heartfelt stream turns the wild creature's fury into an unlikely bond of compassion. Wait, we went the same route, kind of. As they sit side by side holding hands and lost in the warmth of shared empathy, the bear's initial aggression fades away and they both find solace in one another's company. Alas, just as Kyle, sorry. I'm sorry, it's just your new name, okay? Just as Kyle begins to think they've tamed the beast, a sudden rustle in the bushes distracts the bear, sending it into a frenzy once more. Oh no. It ultimately turns on Kyle, leading to a tragic but wild end. You did your damnedest. Oh god, there is no hope for me. Or it's gonna be really fucked up if somehow, like, mine works. Hana and Momo Genius decides to befriend the bear and give it a cute name. We'll say Pooh, copyright. The bear is now her best Fry. Because fries don't end. My little Rocky! As Hana gazed into the ferocious eye of the bear, she boldly proclaimed, "You shall be called Pooh, my cuddly friend." Oh god. To her astonishment, the bear paused, intrigued by the unexpected gesture, and the tension began to dissipate. Oh, this is... I couldn't with the H. I didn't want Disney to come after me. However, in a tragic twist of fate, Pooh's playful nature took a turn, and as Hana's laughter filled the air, oh boy howdy, they know me, the bear lunged, leaving Hana to become just another tale of bravery and folly told around a campfire. Thank you, AI. At least we're both dead. At least we're dead together. Okay, next prompt. Oh god. This is, like, stressful. Oh, you're selecting one. Okay. Feel free to, like, go through them if you're like, no. Okay. You're standing in the middle of an open field and your fortune-telling Pinky is what? Is telling you lightning is about to strike you in 5 seconds. Ah! Okay, wait. I can't. The idea was I will never die because I will never earn $1 million. You'll see. Hana tries to Accept her fate, but her god shows up and reminds her of her social contract. Before she dies, she must earn at least 1 million, making her immortal. Essentially immortal. But then I was like, I have to cut it down, and then I couldn't even write what I wanted to write. I'm more. Bro, I have all the eyes. As the crackling energy of the impeding lightning strikes surrounds her, Hana closes her eyes, ready to embrace her destiny. Just as the bolt is about to descend, her god intervenes, reminding her of the social contract binding them. Before her demise, she must reach 1 million in her bank account to earn the coveted title of Immortal. Okay. With a newfound determination, she whips out her phone and starts a crowdfunding campaign. But ultimately, the storm claims her in a flash. Wait, are you saying my god isn't godly? Did I get like a knockoff? Praying to the wrong ones. The storm claims her in a flash, leaving her goals unrealized and her fate sealed. Wish.com god. It's the Lufufu god. I was too poor to even get a Labubu. Kyle tries to. I toss up 10,000 popcorn kernels with perfect timing. The lightning is stopped and popcorn rains all over town. I get a life in Tango Pass. That's actually pretty good. As the countdown echoed in their mind, Kyle expertly tossed the 10,000 popcorn kernels into the air, the kernels creating a shimmering barrier just as the crack of lightning split the sky. Pardon me. The bolt danced harmlessly among the popcorn, causing it to rain down like celebratory confetti over the unsuspecting town below, transforming the ominous moment into a whimsical popcorn party. Wow. With a dazzling glint in their eye, Kyle claimed, "Oh my god! Their well-earned life Fandango pass, proving that sometimes a sprinkle of creativity can save the day." Well, aren't you special? God damn. GG's. I honestly thought the god was gonna save me. Dude, no, my Lufufu god was ass. Couldn't do shit. So special. You have fallen out of a plane and your parachute won't open. Oh my god, I am not typing right. It's fine. And yeah, I spell checked. I was gonna say, I wish. Can I ask you a question, Kyle? Do you have like the larger version of this game, like the paid version? Because I would love if you could type more. Like the 140 character count's killing me. I have so much I wanted to say. We've clearly fallen out of a plane. Where is everything? Hello? Oh my god. Wait, how do I fix this? We are actually falling. Hello? Did I? Fuck. Refresh and rejoin. Oh, you see it? Oh, there you go. Thank God. Hana tries to. Yeah, I don't even read this. I just go with my own mind. Who needs a parachute when there's flying whales? In the fashions of Jonah, a whale approaches her descending body and swallows her whole. As Hana plummets towards the ground, she takes a wild gamble and calls out, "Who needs a parachute when there's flying whales?" Continue. Just as the earth rushes to meet her, a massive whale swoops down, engulfing her in its gigantic maw and miraculously easing her descent into the safety of its warm belly. Yeah, and then I was going to be like, but now she has other problems. Sadly, Hana soon realized she has entered the belly of a behemoth with a ravenous appetite. Wait, this is actually a killer whale? I was imagining like a big blue one. You know, like the friendly ones. Wait, and she becomes just another meal in the ocean's grand buffet. Her daring gamble costing her life in the end. Bro, I'm just a loser. I can't. I just die every time. No, but he could have spit me out later. Thankfully, my best friend Hana has a working parachute. She tells me grab on, and I do for dear life. It works, and we glide to Pizza Hut. That was smart using me like that. How convenient. As Kyle plummets from the sky, the ground racing up to meet them, a glimmer of hope shines through when their best friend Hana swoops down with her working parachute. Grabbing onto Hana with a mix of desperation and gratitude, they ride the winds like a duo of daring skydivers, twirling gracefully before landing with a flourish at the closest Pizza Hut. With laughter ringing in the air and the smell of pizza wafting around them, Kyle realizes that sometimes friendship can be the ultimate safety net. 2 for 2, leading them triumphantly away from the brink of disaster. Wow, it's like you've played this before or something. There's no catching up for me at this point. We're gonna have fun. That's what we're gonna do. I will say this is an excellent exercise to like warm up the mind though. It's like thinking outside the box. Oh boy. You are getting your... Oh, the 140! I don't know why I said what I said. I don't know why I brought Guam into this. Kyle tries to, I do the healthiest thing ever. Drink water. Everyone knows water is super healthy and the infection is cured immediately. I tap dance. You know, it's funny, I said I was radioactive. Or bitten by a radioactive spider. Just tapping is silly. As Kyle danced merrily while gulping down water, the audience watched in disbelief as the deadly virus sputtered and fizzled under the torrent of hydration, transforming into harmless bubbles and said, "What?" However, the enthusiastic tap dancing inadvertently jostled the still infected needle, causing it to break and unleash a grisly cascade of ink and disease that overwhelmed. Oh no, Kyle! With a final twirl and a pain gasp, they crumpled to the ground, leaving behind a trail of colorful ink and unfulfilled dreams. I am so sorry. The tattoo life didn't choose you. Wait, maybe I'll get this one. Luckily, she's been bitten by a radioactive spider and is now immune to all diseases. Guess that trip to Guam paid off. Just another day. As the deadly virus raced toward Hana's heart, she couldn't help but chuckle as her newfound immunity from a radioactive spider bite, thinking that perhaps her adventurous trip to Guam had finally paid off. The ink from her 1000 tattoo mingled with her confident laughter, creating an eternal reminder of her audacity and resilience. Ultimately, with a twitch of a grin, Hana triumphantly turned the tables on fate, escaping death once again and proving, that sometimes a little bit of luck and adventure can save the day. GG's Guam! We are Guam lovers. I don't even know where Guam is on the map. I don't even know. Oh man. Last one. Oh no. Haha, politic. Oh, I have to refresh again. Hold on. I think what happens is I try to like correct some of the words I'm writing, and it does something. Kyle tries to. Luckily, the hole I am playing has the hole placed a mere inch from my club. Oh my god, you genius. I channel the spirit of Tiger Woods. I land the putt tenderly. You're so smart. With a deep breath, Kyle focuses on the ball, channeling the legendary spirit of Tiger Woods as they visualize the perfect shot. Oh, I don't know if we want to talk about shots right now. As the ball rolls gently towards the hole, every heartbeat feels amplified, but in a moment of breathtaking precision, it slides in effortlessly, securing their survival. Kyle erupts in joyous disbelief, basking in the sweet thrill of victory alive and ready for the next challenge life throws her way. That was so good. Mine's funny. Again, I don't even read this. She finds herself in an interesting way. Seems like everyone on Trump courses lies and gets away with it. She inevitably does the same. GG. With a deep... I just knew I couldn't. I just knew I couldn't. I never thought about changing the hole. With a deep breath, Hana lines up her shot, the pressure mounting as a specter of death looms over her like a dark cloud, channeling the devious spirit of the infamous Trump course. She expertly angles her putt just slightly to the left, coaxing it to roll into the hole, while strategically nudging the ball with her foot. The golf cart driver humorously distracts the onlookers. As the ball sinks triumphantly into the cup, she revels in her cleverness with a mischievous grin, a promise to herself that luck won't be so easily repeated. GG's Trump. Yo, he paved the way. He paved the way for my victory. Look how long this one is. Oh my god. Yeah, no, that was super fun. I don't know if I am capable of doing another one. It's getting kind of late. Oh wait, you're in like my time zone too, huh? However, let's play again. Let's play that one again. And I'll play any other games. No, for sure. Okay. Alright, everyone. This has been one hell of a fucking stream. I didn't upload. Wait. Okay. It's so loud. I didn't upload my Harry Potter video. I should probably get to that. But I'm pretty sure I'm gonna make sure this one's available. At least on Twitch, because I think it's important that as silly as this was, like everything else that happened before was, in my mind, important. And, arguably, I think a lot of people, if they were to watch it, though I'm not the most popular person, would be like, wait, there's some weird stuff happening. Have a good night, everyone. Thank you so much. Shout out to Kyle, especially. Kushner, thanks for joining. I hope we didn't make you laugh too hard. I think you were trying to probably go to bed. That's you! It is. It is. Oh my god, I'm so sad here alone. Look at me. Just my little rock. Just the little bean. Alright. We can play this again, and then since this was like just such a good, fun time, if there's anything else, I will be open to it for sure. The next time I go live. I don't see why I wouldn't go live tomorrow. Maybe we do another like night stream, but start a little bit earlier. Does that sound cool? Maybe we jump back into Harry Potter, or maybe we can just... I don't know. I don't know how the day is gonna turn up. We'll see. I can't guarantee anything. But I can say I do have an expectation of a 7 to 10. Okay. Yeah. I'm not trying to have you stay up or anything. I'm not trying to, you know, fuck with your schedule. I'm gonna try to be a good internet friend. So let's do that. Let's do 7 to 10 then. And maybe I'll even start earlier, depending on like if there's things that I think I need to cover. Sound good? Capiche? Capiche. Alright, let me minimize this. Full screen. I remember how to end stream now. What did you tell me last time? You like played a funny on me. It was so rude. Oh yeah, okay. I'm just gonna say it. I don't think I'm gonna remember exactly the verbiage, but